Hello, hello, everybody. Okay, so we're back at it. Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome on this new episode of the Stand Out from the Crowd with me, Darine Benamara, a show dedicated to helping you amplify your voice, impact, and income through personal branding and networking strategies. And today, I'm very happy because I have a special guest. He was recently recognized as one of the LinkedIn Rising Star. Please. And also, what I really appreciate about our guest today, he is like a good soul. He speaks from his heart, and he was able to build a community of more than 50,000 people on LinkedIn within 1 year. So I keep talking about consistency. I keep talking about commitment, and he's a living example. So please help me welcome Ahmad Khaled. Hello, my friend.
Thank, hello, Dareen. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and chance to be in your amazing show. And let me tell you that I'm one of the biggest fans of your great show. And the values that I receive it every time and every day on Wednesday, it's contagious. So pleasure to have to be with you really today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. And the same way we like to start our show, let us know where you are from, where are you tuning in. We know that we have a beautiful international community, people from the east, the west, the middle, the north, the south. So let us know where you are from. And do not hesitate to network because LinkedIn is priority, like it's a networking platform, right? It's a professional platform, a social platform where you can create connection, you can find your next employers, next employees, next best friend, next partners, next
Yeah.
collaborators. So network, use the chat as an opportunity to network. And if you are open to network, then let us know, leave a comment. I'm from here and I'm open to network because we want to know you and we want to know where you are coming from. So before we get into the juice,
Yeah, let me tell you something here, Dareen. I think adding to your amazing points that you have discussed, that most people think that LinkedIn it's just a job hunting platform, and I keep saying this message. It's not. It's not
no,
at all because it's bigger than this. It's bigger than just hunting a normal job or just moving into this conventional way. What I'm saying that it's, as you said, it's a big opportunities and it's a wide space of networking and connecting with people, meaningful connections that can end up with uh, even opening a multi-million company people, because I know serial entrepreneurs that they have this mindset and they build something out of nothing by this platform. So most people that just need to rectify something, it's this platform, it's a treasure. Seriously, it's a treasure. Mhm.
it is. It's not only for job seekers, right? It's not
Exactly.
Indeed, like the website Indeed or Monster. It's really a platform when you can create your own opportunity. And you know the beauty of it is, so yes, you have different options, but for most of the part, it's free. So if you don't have an opportunity to, have a seat at the table, to be on stage, to showcase your value, to have an audience, this is your platform, this is your stage,
Yeah.
this is your audience, and you can just do it all of this for free. So just invest your time, your energy in something that you know you will get like high return on investment, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So moving from just being a consumer into being a content creator, and as you said that everything is for free. It's just you need to know how to be resourceful and use your time rightly, and your life will change drastically.
Yeah. Okay. And content. So let me check a few things. Are we all good here? So I see all the comments here. Unfortunately, we cannot see the comment on our screen. So that's why I was like, let me see my beautiful people here. But I see you. So hi everyone and welcome on board. I don't know, maybe there is a delay. So as soon as we can see our
Mm.
comments on the screen. We will share it with the
Yes,
audience.
Ahmed.
Freelance web and graphic designer living in Canada. Hello, Ahmad. How are you doing? So keep them coming in, beautiful people. Keep your coming in. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment. Leave, please, a capital Q in front of your question so we can quickly identify your question. And then we will like do our best to provide you as much information as we can. So let's get started now, my friends. I want to
That's
ask you
good.
a couple of questions. So to tell you the truth, Ahmed and I, we have known each other for quite some times now, and he has been helping me a lot with my designs and all of this, to ensure that I provide you the best LinkedIn Live experience. But tell us a little bit more about your LinkedIn journey. So, not how did you build this amazing opportunity, but what's the why behind how and why did you like start to use LinkedIn?
Yeah. So it's I think it's a long story and I keep saying it, but I'll try to make it very short on that point. Because I had this live today with Carl and I spoke about the same story, but I'll make it very short on that point. So my story started by one word, which is enough. Enough, So when you come to a point in your life that you said to yourself, it's enough. Something happened in my life that I said to myself, no, this is not the life that I want to live, and this is not the life that it was meant to me. And sometime in your life that everything is given for you, and if you reflect for 1 second, what is the contribution and how much you design your future. And I start to speak differently and my attitude start to change differently into a different way. I want to serve people, I want to help people, and to help people I have to understand firstly how can I help myself, because this is the essence of being leader, or this is the fundamentals of leadership. So firstly you have to help yourself and then you can help people around you, that you can inspire them. And at this moment I asked myself many questions. What do I need from life? And starting these questions came into my mind. I start to find my purpose in life, which was the ignition into all what I do right now, which keep me always in the game. And my purpose in life is to make a positive difference in people's life by liberating their inner chain, the greatness, to be exposed to the sunlight and change the planet. Because I
Wow.
don't want people to have the same struggles that I had before. Self-esteem, lower self-confidence, and all of this stuff, because I was in the same place that most people they have. And the one thing that most people and struggles that I face, and most people also, they listen to us, maybe they will face this, that they will tell you, I have nothing. I have nothing to share. I
Yeah,
have
I have
nothing.
nothing to share. I have nothing to say. My life is boring. I hear this one a lot too.
It's totally wrong. Seriously, it's totally wrong, because I tell you the influence of this kind of thoughts and imposing these thoughts because of the small inner circle that we live inside, that they just judge our life, and they push us that this will be our reality. But
Mhm.
if you expand yourself to be in the right place with the right people, with the right mindset, with the right vision, that people they see the same vision, you will be able to crash all this limiting belief in your life. This
Mhm.
is the first step. So I start to position myself. It was nothing was in my mind when I started on LinkedIn. And I said to myself, listen, I know that maybe I don't have anything, but what I will do, I will write something about my niche. It's in supply chain.
Yeah.
And this was the spark. I started, even my English and my grammar and my way of just speaking. I started by anything, and I have some grammatical mistakes, but I said to myself, look, I will share whatever. And the good thing when I start to share this small post, it's Microsoft Word, even it's not article. Uh, I found the engagement therein. It was hello. I don't know. It's. I couldn't express this because many people start when I share this post after 2 hours or 3 hours. I don't know these people. They come and send me messages. Ahmad, how did you do this? Blah 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 blah. All of this, and they start ask. And I said, oh my god. I said to myself that I have nothing. Many people they were asking basic questions to what I have right now, basics of the basics. So I start to understand one thing, that maybe your nothing could be everything for somebody else. So
That's very true.
don't underestimate that the talents that you have, the values that you carry, because of the people around you, they try to convince you you have nothing. But once
Yeah,
you expose it, you will have. And here it comes the story. So action brings action. It's like a snowball effect. Action brings action. Move from posts to article, and then I say, "Oh, okay, I will go move from writing to speaking. I want to speak. I want to talk to people. I crash all the limiting beliefs because I was afraid to do anything. And the good thing that keep you always in the game, your authenticity, and don't be
yeah.
afraid to be yourself, because one of the fatal mistakes that I did it in the first videos that I do, but I learned from it, that I was trying to be someone, not me. I was trying, I'm very formal like this. I'm going one, two, three, four. It doesn't make sense for me. But after time, when I had some crazy idea, but I don't know how people will perceive it at this
Yeah,
moment.
it's the fear of judgment. Like
Yes,
oftentimes, and you're right, the fear of judgment, the fear of maybe inadequacy, what will people think about me if I'm showing who I am. So fear
yeah,
of judgment. But we're gonna keep the mistakes for the end because I want to have a little bit of fun with you. We are going to share our most unpopular LinkedIn mistakes. And really, the goal is to show you that it doesn't have to be perfect. It's definitely not perfect for none of
start.
us. So
Yes.
let's start with the beginning. Start sharing your story, and you said what you said is very true. A lot of people underestimate the value of the what they are experiencing in life,
Mm,
and as a result, and I see with a lot of women I work with. When I
mm,
used to host events and master classes in person, a lot of women at the end would come to me and say, "Yes, but I don't know how to do it because I have nothing to share." And when I start asking questions, then I make them realize that, oh, but you can talk about this and you can talk about this too, but this too. So it's not about, being a content creator. It's just about being yourself and bringing, like to light what you are about, who you are, what you're good at, how do you want to impact people, what do you want people to say about you, to think about you. And so you said it right, you just wanted to share. And just for you to know, so Ahmed is in a specialty is SNOP, right? So system and operations, which has nothing to do with content creation. And you would never
no,
imagine that someone working in SNOP would create daily content on LinkedIn, right? So
yes,
that's the misconception here.
yes, it's all about the, as you said, consistency, and a resonating message, and building real community, and you will be able to take your personal brand to the next level. This is what you need, how you can position yourself in that point. And I
So
love what you said. It's consistency, all
okay,
about
so but when you decided to start like posting on the platform, in your mind it was clear that you would be consistent and that you would build something big with the platform, or you were just like, okay, let me give it a try. I will see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll see.
look. At this moment, I said to myself, I'll find a way anyway, and I was convinced that I will never be perfect. And let's agree on that. And I love the quote that don't compare your chapter one by somebody else chapter 50. So
Mhm.
don't look at anybody. Just what do you need to have? You should have faith, you have consistency, you have belief, and you have a vision. And by this way, you will reach to wherever you want. And let me tell you that many people along the way, they will oppose what you're doing because they don't see the values that you see.
Mhm.
If you are not believe in your values, if you don't believe in your values, nobody else will believe. That's why it's all about
It
start.
all starts from within. It all starts from
Exactly,
within, right? So now my next
exactly.
question is to you is, so you started to post like consistently on LinkedIn, and you start like experiencing people like relating to your story, getting back to you, sending you DM, engaging with you, which is a good feeling to have. And and that boosts your self-confidence. Oftentimes people think that they have to be confident first. I will remove this. They have to be confident first before they start showing up, when actually, do you have an echo? No, is it me? Do you have
No,
me?
I can hear you very well now.
Okay, wait, perfect. So, and the thing is, when when you start showing up, and that you will see that people engage with you, they like your post, they leave you comment, they will say, oh, thank you so much, they will send you DM, it will boost your confidence. So
Yes.
first show up, go a little bit outside of your comfort zone, and then you will see that the more people engage with you, the more they will boost your self-confidence. So now the shift from posting to building a personal brand, when
Mm.
that happened, and how.
Okay. So as you said, it's when I started, I have nothing. I don't understand what's personal brand. What I know, it's about product brand, service branding, but I didn't understand what's personal brand. And I realized, I'll tell you, when this shift happens, when I start to build a community. And one day I was very fortunate enough, and I start to understand it's not about personal brand, but it's about self manifestation and the impact that you leave on people's life. I was with my
Mm,
friend.
tell
Yeah,
us more about this self
yeah.
manifestation. Tell us more
Self
about it.
manifestation. Yes, I tell you exactly when I understood the impact and the self manifestation at this moment. There was just a funny story at this moment, so I understood what is the meaning of personal brand. I was my friend in a restaurant, and we finished our food, and I was moving. We finished our food, and we were moving to our cars, and I was going down in the stairs itself, and I found one guy. He was looking and staring at me. You know, there is something wrong. He was looking at me too much, too much. There is something wrong. I don't know him. Then I moved like this, and he came back when I moved, and just shout to my shoulder like this. I looked at him. Who are you? He told me, "You are Ahmad Khalid." I told him, "Yes, I'm Ahmad Khalid. I don't know him. Who are you?" But I couldn't ask him for sure like this. And he told me, "I know you. You are doing amazing job on LinkedIn. I follow you because of supply chain." La, la, la. And at this moment, sense of fulfillment. I don't expect anything from anyone, but don't underestimate the power that you can leave, or the impact that you can leave on people's life. And he told me, "You're very humble, all of this stuff." It gives you self fulfillment. I wouldn't say self confidence, self fulfillment, that you are within your vision. From that day, I start to understand that, yes, maybe you're posting on LinkedIn, and this is just like a view, but let me think with you. Even if you have like 1,000 views, can you understand you are talking to 1,000 souls? Can you understand this? It's not only views, just counter like that. You can leave a real impact. So from that point, I understand that personal branding is essential. And personal branding is, I see it from my point of view, it's more powerful than product brand, or corporate brand, or service brand itself, because you attract the opportunities. You are dealing with people, you are dealing, connecting with souls, so you can build businesses, millions of businesses, by your personal brand. This is this is what I would say.
Wow, that's amazing. And you have mentioned one of the top two benefits actually of building a personal brand as a professional, right? It's first
Mm,
of all, and I will say three. So first of all, the sense of self fulfillment, right?
yeah.
and
Yes.
and then being like recognized as an expert in your industry, right?
Yeah.
So people know that SNOP. I didn't know what SNOP was before I met you. Okay, so now I can talk about SNOP. So I'm just waiting for Canada to open up. So when I go to a meeting and they talk about SNOP, I will be like, I know, and so I can take part in the conversation. But it's
Mm,
also, like on top of the perception that you are giving to people, like as you said, personal brand are more powerful than business brands, and personal brand have a reach that is 10 times higher than
yeah.
a business brand.
Yes.
This is
Exactly. And
amazing. This is incredibly amazing.
for sure. That's why most people, they underestimate the power of personal brand. And I'm telling you, it's magic. It's real
Yeah.
magic. Seriously, by the meaning, it's magic. Because I couldn't understand that I can one day attract these kind of opportunities. I can attract investors. I can attract more leads like that because of your personal brand. And this is the essence of entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah. See, that's that. And let me add something like la cerise sur le gâteau, as we say in French. So the cherry on the sundae.
La crème de la crème. Je
La
parle
crème de
français.
la crème. That could be it. But the cherry on the sundae, listen, is
Uh,
that when you have a personal brand and so that you build the know, like, and trust factor. So people, they know you because they see you. They
yeah.
like you because they have a sense of who you are, your personality through personal branding and videos, of course,
Mm,
video marketing, and they trust you, right? Because you have voice, and you become a trusted voice as you build your personal brand. You become your trusted voice, which means
yes.
that actually you increase your perceived value in the eyes of your audience, your potential partners, your potential clients,
Okay.
and so on. And so studies have shown that when you are perceived as a visible expert, okay, when you
Mm,
have built this know, like, and trust factor, people are willing to pay 30 times the
oh,
price to be working with you.
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
It's
when I say, no, it's not like you double, it's 30
30 times.
times. It's not from me. Studies are out there, it's public.
Mhm.
Okay. So when I say that building your personal brand, like it's beyond, just like showing up, because it can help you create right?
Yeah,
It can help
exactly.
you build an amazing career. Either you're in corporate, in business, in politics, personal branding is what you need. Okay. And
Mm,
it just like allows you to impact so many people at once. Because when you build your personal brand, when you bring to light your uniqueness and your area of expertise and all of this, you are sharing your gift with people. It's not like you are bragging, you are showing off. No, no, no. Change that
mm,
perception, change that mindset. You can just, it's a little trick, a little shift that you can do, where it's not
mm.
about from an angle of show off, or bragging.
Yeah,
It's from an angle of sharing your gift with your goal, with your audience, with the world. And so we finally have the comments coming in slowly but surely. I'm not sure what's happening tonight, but we have the real ill Atlanta in the house. So the real, welcome, thank you. Live, we have Hosni. Oh, how are you doing? Thank you so much, Hosni.
very nice, nice to have you.
Hosni, also very, very talented gentleman. He's in AI and education. He's doing an amazing job. So follow Hosni as well, because you can learn a lot from him.
Nice
So,
to meet you, Hosni.
so now let's moving on. So we talked about how you started on LinkedIn, and then the process of posting content, and the process of realizing that finally you were
Mm,
building a personal brand without knowing it. And what I want to say here is, everyone watching this live, this replay, everyone on earth has a personal brand. Everyone.
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
You may like it or not, you may have chosen it or not, you have a personal brand, because a personal brand is a perception that people have from
for
you.
you.
The way you communicate, the way you welcome people, the way you write emails, the way you pick up the phone. Those elements are part of your personal brand. When you create content on LinkedIn, when you share an article, when you share your thoughts,
Your
you
way.
build your personal brand, right? So now the choice is yours to either take the control of your personal brand, take the control of your narrative, and be mindful about the way you portray yourself online, or you just let other people do it for yourself. But I would
Mm,
rather choose the first option, so I know what I'm building for myself. And so you had this wake up moment, this aha moment, when someone recognized you and you realized that by posting content on LinkedIn and sharing your story, finally you were building a personal brand. So once that you realized it, what was the shift in terms of strategy, in terms of the content? Did it have like an impact on the way you decided to show up on LinkedIn from that moment?
okay. I think it's very nice question, and I'll tell you from my humble experience on that point. Um, for each content, even when I started, I try to put myself on the place of my audience. So I ask myself many questions, how my audience will perceive this content, because again, it's not about just the quantity of the content itself.
Mm-hmm.
When you're posting, it's all about how the perception that you will leave it, or your message, it will be, will it be resonating with your audience or no? Because again, many people, I see many people on LinkedIn or just any platform, other platforms, that they post too many posts and they think that they will attract many people and they will attract many leads on that point. But this is it's not the right way, not the right strategy. My core focus was the message itself, the message, the resonating message, because I always put myself on the place of my customers or the audience, and I ask myself what are the struggles that they have, and I try to keep everything very relatable.
Yeah,
And game on that, it's by the words. If I'm talking about articles, if I'm talking about posts itself, how to rephrase the words itself to touch people.
yeah,
So because if people they understand that you're very relatable to them, you're trying to solve their problems, and every time you're giving them a values, they will be a loyal to you, always coming, engaging, listening, and you position yourself unconsciously like the authority on that point. So my advice to anybody who listen now, focus on the values, position yourself in the place of your audience, whatever your strategy is, and ask yourself many questions. Will it resonate or no? If it doesn't resonate, you have to restructure the message itself, because it's easy. The game, it's all about the message that you will have. Either it will be a noise or it will be a message, direct message. And many people they have noise, and as we speak, Donald Miller, he speak about this in building a story brand. So if you have a guitar, you can listen to it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I wanted to show the. Do you have the book?
Yes,
Can you show
yes.
it to the audience?
Yeah.
That's a very, very good book. That's
I
one of
love
the
it.
best book when it comes to building your brand story.
It's
So read
amazing.
this book.
It's amazing. Yes. So he gives like one example. He said that your message, the message, just shape it like metaphor. If you have a guitar, if you have like a guitar, okay, you have like seven chords, okay, you have two choices. Either you will have it like a music, okay, or you'll have it as a noise. And the difference between both is the event of the moving of your flow by your hand. So and he shaped it like the noise itself, nobody will listen, and you will burn too much calories for people's mind and brain, so they will not listen, because I don't need to have any hassle. But the game is how to tell the story, compelling story, that will attract the audience, your audience, which is the music itself. So the metaphor was really killing me at this point. So it's all about the story.
It's all about the story. Yes. So this morning had a live Q&A in my mastermind group, and someone was asking, building a personal brand is about being personal, but what's the limit? And I think oftentimes the confusion when building a personal brand, there is a
Mm,
confusion when people think influencers and they think Kardashian, okay, which is, don't get me wrong, the Kardashians have been doing an amazing job at branding themselves, okay,
mm, mm,
but it doesn't mean that you have to do it like a la Kardashian.
mm,
It's just like personal branding is personal, but the misconception comes from, okay, private life and personal story. Okay,
mm.
your private life is private, and oftentimes my clients, so I work with women mainly, and they are like, but I don't want to share my private life. I don't want to expose my kids. I mean that my
Yes,
family life, and no, you don't have to do that. Your
it's your
private
choice.
life
Yes,
remain private. Okay, you will see
yes,
Ahmed and I on LinkedIn every single day. You don't know one thing about our private life,
yes,
right?
yes.
But then there is the personal story. The personal story that belongs to your personal brand is relates to the chapters of your life that have made the person you are today, the person and the professional that you are today, right? So when we talk about building your personal brand and being personal, it's about sharing your experience. Ahmed like is a very good example. I strongly encourage you to follow him on LinkedIn if it's not the case already, and look at his post, the way he shares his story, from a place of maybe, misconception, mistakes, lessons learned, and how, he shares with us the lessons that he have learned through the good and the bad and the ugly. Okay, so that's what the personal story of your personal brand is about. And how much is too much? What's the limit? There is no limit to what you can share about your story, as long as it either educates your audience, inspire your
Yes.
audience, teach something to your audience.
Yes.
Okay, so
Exactly.
I think it's very important, and I'm glad that you mentioning like this book as well, because people are like, oftentimes I'm like, yeah, personal branding is outdated, it's overused, and I don't like this term. But listen, you can
It
call
is.
it branding, professional reputation, personal reputation, but at the end of the day, it's about like showcasing who you are as a person and as a professional and as a leader.
Yeah.
That's what personal branding is about.
Totally agreed. And how you position yourself, it's not something bad, because I used to say to myself, listen, it's some sort of ego. You are showing yourself. No, this is illusion. This is illusion. As long as you're authentic and vulnerable and being yourself, why not? Because I started to understand, when you have this kind of vulnerability, authenticity, values in your life, you will attract people. People will be very relatable to you, and you will be acting like a magnet. That's why I say, don't be afraid to manifest yourself, as you said, Dareen, that the stories that you will share, it should be aligned with your personal brand. Don't share anything, it has no
Don't
relation
share anything that is not related to your personal
at
brand. We
all.
don't want to know. We don't want to
That's why
know.
that's why I saw so many people that they share stories, only stories, but at the end of the day, what is the core value? Okay, I get a value, but is it aligned with your personal brand? Because
Yes.
at this moment you will have a conflict. People will not understand, what do you want,
It will be
what do you need.
confusing people, and there is a cost to confusion. The cost to
Exactly.
confusion is when people don't know what they can come to you for, then they won't come to you at all.
Again.
So you are losing a lot of opportunities, and you are leaving a lot of money on the table because of the cost of confusion. And by the
Yeah.
way, if you are confused and you don't know where to get started with building your personal brand, then feel free to send me a DM, and I will be to provide you more tips and discuss further details. So now let's get back to our audience. We have a nice message from Carl Sean Watkins. I'm here to support two of my favorite LinkedIn people. Thank you. Superman and the smart woman. Oh, see, I should and I have a t-shirt. I'm a smart woman. I should have put this t-shirt on for today. So Superman and smart woman. See,
He,
the perfect duo.
perfect. Let me send the gratitude for being. He hosted me today, and it was amazing show. Let me send all the gratitude and thank you for this show, for sure. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you, Carl. And we have Bushra who says amazing. And if you have any questions, if you can relate to Ahmad's stories, or if you have any question related to personal branding, maybe more technical, feel free to leave it in the comment, and we will be happy to answer them. Now, the juice, going from zero, from unknown to
Okay,
50 more. Like now you are beyond 50,000 followers on
51,000
LinkedIn.
almost. Yes.
And I remember you talking, like when we were talking, and you were telling me, Doreen, finally, after 1 year of posting every day on LinkedIn, I'm reaching the 50K
Yes.
milestone. So tell us more about, how do you go from 0 to 50K? Like, do you have the same mindset when you post and you have like maybe 10 and 100 followers,
Okay.
when you have 10,000 followers, 40,000 followers, 50K? So what's like on a personal level first, and then we're gonna talk about the impact on the professional level, of
Yes.
course. But on
Yes.
a personal level, how does it feel like? How do you like handle it? Like going from 0 to 50K. Big, and by the way, 0 to 50K in 1 year, it's a lot, because I know a lot of people who have been very consistent on the platform, and within 1 year they were able to go from zero maybe to 10K or 20K. But 1 year, zero from 50K, Kudos to you. So
Thank you so
share
much.
with us, on the
Sure.
personal level, what's the difference and how you handle this.
Okay, so let me tell you very honestly. When I started, uh, I wanted to have an impact for sure, but I'll tell you that the phases that I moved on the way,
Yeah.
I see people that they build many following, and there is a big difference between building following and building influence. It's big
Please,
difference
please,
because
I'm so happy you're bringing this, but please
yes.
take a minute to explain the difference between influence and having followers.
Exactly. Okay, so I speak firstly about uh, having following, and I see without mentioning name. If you go in any platform, you will see the easiest way that I can take some content from a third party platform like YouTube, like Facebook, some trending videos. I can take it at the same like this, copy, not even copy, cut and paste. I leave it like this, and I just write one word or just two words like this, and I leave it, and it will go viral. And when it goes viral, you will see thousands of views, millions of views, and people will start to comment all of this. But at the end of the day, is it aligned with your personal brand or the objective itself? Because I see from my humble point of view, I see many people on the platform that they have millions of followers, but I guarantee you that they don't have this impact, or it's not aligned with their strategy. And once they shift their mind, just if they want to generate leads, or if they want to have a business, I guarantee you that they will not convert any 1% even on that point.
And
Build.
I'm just, it's reminding me an example of this young woman on Instagram or social
Mhm,
media, very popular, millions of followers. Okay,
mhm,
and she started to, she wanted to sell. She started a t-shirt line. Okay, and so
okay.
she put the t-shirt out there like for sale, and she sold maybe 10 or less than 100 t-shirts.
Oof.
And she, and at least she was transparent about it, and she
Yes.
mentioned, she shared the story, the experience, that she has like millions of followers, and she was not even able to sell like a couple of t-shirts. So it goes in what you're saying, like followers like doesn't mean anything if you don't have the influence. So now tell us about the
Exactly.
influence.
Because again, maybe I have millions of followers, but the message that I want to convey to the people, it's not resonating with them. I built not the right audience, the base of the right audience. So I'm saying maybe I see this even uh, millions of followers, and their posts maybe they don't go viral, and people they have like 2000 by the meaning, I mean it, and their posts is going viral because of the algorithm. And because the algorithm itself is totally different on LinkedIn. It's not about the following, it's of how it resonates and how people will interact in the
Engage,
first
yeah.
30 minutes according to that, so it goes viral to first and second third connection. So my advice to everyone: build an impact, take the time to build the resonating message, because it will never happen in one day, but I guarantee you, if you are consistent, you will attract the right people, the right audience, the right clients, the right customers. If you are consistent about repeating the message, and keep your personal brand very specific about something, and keep going, keep going. But just building and following, that's why it's misconceptual. Don't focus too much on that. When I started, I was focusing on following. I want to have 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. But I realized after time, the game is all about the message. The game is all about the values. And trust me, once you shift your mindset like that, the following will come along the way, but from the right audience.
Yeah,
Mm.
the right audience. You want to put your message in front of the right people. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So now tell us about the different stages you went through as you were building your community.
Okay, sure. So when I started, for sure, I started by like 2,000 followers. And I tell you, one of the mistakes that I did it, I'll be very honest on that. And because I see when I started, yes, I want to have an impact, but I was trying to build, too many people at the same time. So what I did, I search, let's say I'm targeting the supply chain. So I go add people, just search on LinkedIn supply chain and add like this without anything. This is the first mistake that I know, because it doesn't have any meaningful connection or networking. This is the first mistake that
Yeah.
I do. And for sure, people, it's very, when I position, because you got mature along the way when you understand this
Mhm.
kind of stuff, which is a fatal mistake that I did, because at the end of the day, it's not about the following. This is the first one that I did, but I focused on building a meaningful connections. Once I reached the 10,000 milestone, I start to understand, no, I have to reshift the strategy. I need to think in a different way, because it's not all about the following itself. It's all about how you leave an impact on people. It resonates. I'll tell you very honestly, also, the people that I built it, it was resonating message for sure, because of my niche. It helped me. Some people, they understand, and some people, they till today, they don't interact or engage with me. Maybe it resonates with them, maybe it doesn't resonate. But I'm saying that keep the first thing that you have to do, keep your network with the right people, especially
Yeah.
connection, not
Yeah.
following. There's a big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
This is to be in the first connection, because also the algorithm is working like that. So
Yeah.
this is the first step that I had it. The milestone of 10,000s, I start to understand two things. I start to understand that I need to shift a strategy and be impactful, and I stop this kind of stuff that connect to connect to connect connect. So I let people. I want to attract people. So I don't push myself to people and say, "The guys, this is my content. Come here, la la la," like this. And I said, I stop, connect, and make people follow,
Mhm.
because big difference. I changed this
Yeah.
button, or
Yeah.
from connect to follow.
Follow. So meaning
Yes,
that people, like everyone can follow you, but then the people you can be then very more selective about the people that
exactly,
you
exactly.
welcome in your network.
Yes, I don't mean anything, but I'm very humble. But again, it's about the connection, because there's a big difference between first connection, second connection, and third connection. The people that you want to connect with them, it's totally different. So
Mhm.
I start to realize this thing on LinkedIn. So moving from connect to follow. This is the first one. The second one, it was the real change that changed everything. At this moment, I do remember that I said to myself, I need to move from writing into speaking. And
Mm.
it was the first fear in my life, just to move from writing and bring this camera, DSLR, and I fear, this public speaking. But I pushed myself. I started to take courses. I started to take courses in public speaking, storytelling. I started to expose myself, and the first time I moved into the camera, for sure, I was opposed for the first video. And as we speak in Egypt, we have some quote: "When you are afraid from a ghost, it appears to you." And the first
Ah,
ghost came to me.
so the
Yeah,
ghost was your phone, the camera of your phone.
one of the people, and I wrote this post about him. He I do remember the first video. I was afraid because I don't know how people will perceive me, and this is normal because it's the first time you have it.
Mhm.
And it happened. It happened. This guy, he appeared in one comment, and he told me, "Accent and give me thumbs down." Oh my god! And this moment, 1 week, I swear, 1 week, I stayed on my sofa here, and I said, "Listen, Ahmed, better for you, write. Don't speak. It's better for you to write, not don't speak." And I realized that it's his decision, not my decision. I can leave an
True.
impact. And I came back, and I'm telling you, this was the first spark. First spark. I give you just yourself a chance, and I start to understand how to speak, how to tell a story, how to influence, how to impact. For sure, you will never be perfect from the first time. And
No,
again, this is
even after a couple of times, like even after 3 years, I mean, it will never be perfect, and that's okay.
totally, totally.
But exactly, don't try to be perfect in order to post, because this is never going to happen. But my first video was on YouTube, and someone comment was like, "I give you a thumbs up for the content, but the quality sucks." I was like, "Oh, what do I do? Do I remove
So,
it from the
yeah.
internet? Do I leave it there?" Like, I didn't know. I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And then I was like, "You know what? Leave it there." And if you Google my name on YouTube, I'm quite sure you can still find this video of me. If you see us talking like this,
Totally
we are
different.
on
Yes,
camera, we are live. But if you go
totally
back,
different.
and look at my first videos on YouTube, you wouldn't even believe this is the same person.
But
So you
this
get
is the
better
point.
as you practice.
Yes, just to give yourself a chance. Don't think too much. Move along the way. And here was the beginning for me. And this moment, yes, I start to attract more leads. I reached like 20,000. In that time, I moved because when you start to make a video content, it attracts more people. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, rather
very
than
true.
just yes. So the second one, I was very at this moment in this 20,000. I was very formal. It's not me. If I showed you one of the videos, you will see me like this. I'm looking into the camera. I'm giving one, two, three, four. I'm not using any kind of sense of humor or being myself because I was also very afraid how people will perceive me about that. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the turning point when I got a crazy idea that I will start having a theme videos for my audience. I know their pain points, and I put all kind of sense of humor and I use my storytelling. So I start to think having like innovative ideas, and I start one thing called how to build the failed innovation successfully, giving all
I
the
remember
pain.
this video series,
All
like, but it was like so people. It was like Hollywood, like movie. Okay, you have to go and watch it because you have a couple of videos in this series, and like he plays like 4 or 5 like characters in different setup, different like. No, you want to see it like that. That was funny. That was amazing.
yeah, this was the turning point because
Okay,
at
I
this
see.
moment, yes, when I start to be myself and I start to give this sense of humor, because you cannot fake sense of humor at all. People will
No,
understand
you
the
cannot fake
only
it.
thing. Yes, so I start to give it in front of the camera, and I realized that that the attraction that I had it before, it's nothing compared to what I have it today when I started to be myself. And this was the turning point. That the last point that it gives me a boost here, and I'm going. It's going live because I'll tell you, this step was very hard to me. The
Yeah,
reason why, because I was also afraid. I'll tell you very honestly. In front of the camera, when you have a video, I can take thousands of shots,
yeah.
thousands of things.
So you can
Because
edit, record, edit, do it again. But
yes,
here,
yes,
no
you're
chance.
authentic. I have all the challenges. I can stutter here. My mind can stop here. So I don't know how people will look at me or how they perceive me. But I'm telling you, since this point when I start to show my real self in front of the camera and speak authentically, and people, when they ask, I reply and answer them authentically, organically, this was real attraction. This was the turning point, the second turning point. And from that
Wow,
point, I said 50,000, and it will go more and more and more because I want to help
easily.
people. I want to leave impact. This is what I want.
And you know, I think that the important things to remember here is the intention. What is the intention in everything that you do, online, offline? You know, and if you have the right intention when you do things, then you will see the rewards. So before now, we talk about the professional impact of going from 0 to 50K. Let me take a look at the comments. We have it like there is a glitch in the system, and I want to ensure that we answer all your questions.
Sure.
Today was the first day actually that I activated the creator mode. So
Okay.
I'm not sure what's the impact, but
Uh-huh.
so I cannot even see the ones from before. Hold on. So I'm not
They
sure. Maybe it's because of the like the creator mode, or maybe not, or I don't know. Hold on. Now here I can see all of them. See, I can
Mm,
see 42 comments, but I can
mm.
see them.
I
Okay, so
think
I'm
there's
very sorry.
restrict.
Anyway, after the live stream, we will ensure
We
that
will
we
be
go
able to
through
answer
all
for sure.
your comments, and
For
if there
sure.
is any questions, we will answer all the questions in the comments.
For
Okay,
sure.
so now we talked about the cost of opportunities when you don't build your personal brand, the opportunities, the money that you leave on the table. You shared with us, the impact on your personal, personal life, and of the shift and the mindset shift that you had as you were growing your community, that you
Mm.
made as you were growing your community. Now tell us more about the professional impact of building your personal brand from going from unknown too renowned. Remember at the beginning, I talked about the know, like, and trust factor, right? So the more people see you, the more they know you, the more they like you, they appreciate you, the more they trust you. And people do business with people they
Yeah.
appreciate and they trust. It's all based on trust. Everything that we do in life is based on emotions. And so building your personal brand is about creating that trust and that connection with your audience, right? And as a result, it will positively impact your career in
Mhm.
business, in
Exactly.
corporate, or even in politics. But
Definitely.
that's another topic. So tell us what was the impact, because I know, and I know your story, and like how you shifted your career and the advancement that you were able to make because of your personal brand. So share a little bit more about this.
Sure. So I'll tell you my strategy. And I didn't know about this strategy, but I'm telling you from a real experience. So most people that on this platform, I think most entrepreneurs even, they do one mistake. So they try to showcase of their technical part and they try to monetize as quickly as possible. So
Yeah.
they try to show their technical part, but they don't share anything about themselves. So the first thing that I have done, and I think this is the fundamental. If you start anything or any platform, you have to showcase about what you're providing. When I started, I was focusing 80% from my content on my technical part, which was the supply chain,
Mhm.
and 20%, even 10%, I would say, about myself. And I built the right audience maybe in that time, but the shifting in the mindset, because as you said that you are talking to people, you are doing everything with people, okay?
Yeah.
So shifting the mindset from 80/20 to 20/80, this is the right way, because people, they want to know more about you. So share
That's what
more
we were
stories.
talking about last
Yeah,
week,
yes,
and that's
yeah,
what I wanted you to share. So tell us
yeah,
about the 80/20 and then the 20/80. Tell us more about that.
80% from my content when I started, it was related to my technical background, and
Mm.
20% was related to me, or even less. But since that shift, when I built the case and I built a right audience on that point, because people start to be bored about
Yeah,
the technical, they got fed up. They want something new. They want something. They want to know more about you, not only about what you're doing. And
yeah.
since I started to share the content, I shifted from 80%. It's all about me,
Your
relatability.
story. Your
Yes, me
story.
about story,
Yeah,
and make it very relatable,
yeah,
very relatable to people. Not just about story and the bragging and turn people off from that. Because I see, I am here, I am there. So what is the value from your post or what you're doing? You have to have something relatable and value to give it to the people itself. And the 20%, I'm telling you, 20% about what I do. This was a massive step in my life, real step, which was the sales funnel, because people start to trust you. And one of the things that changed my life, it's LinkedIn Live. Really, LinkedIn Live, it was one of the changes. That's why I say don't focus too much about
yeah,
technical part. Try to connect with people, try to build a meaningful connection, try to network in the right way, not just moving, following. Try to connect with people, go, ask, listen, move. This is the right way if you want to build a real community accordingly. Showcase about you, relatability, struggles about your life, and 20%, I would say, about your technical part, whether it's show, whether it's video, whether it's articles, and people will come along the way.
okay. Yeah, sorry,
This
Ahmed,
is
you
this.
you cut off, so we missed the last part.
So I say that shift your mentality. Hello, hello, you can hear me?
Okay, I'm not sure of what's happening. Hello,
Okay,
let us end this live stream like on a beautiful note. Ahmed is gone.
I'm
So I
here.
will
You can.
wait for you, Ahmed. Maybe if you can check your connection. Apparently, you have an issue with your connection. Okay. So basically, what Ahmed was saying, and I will look at him. Oh, yes. So he has a network issue. I can see it here. So what he was saying is to move from the 80/20 to the 20/80. So what are we talking about? Basically, it's a the 80/20. It's a principle applied to sales and marketing. Okay. And so basically it's about, talking about 80% about what you do, who you are, and 20% about making the sales. But in his case, how it started to communicate is by 80% of the time talking about work, 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 which a lot of people do because, yes, LinkedIn is a professional platform. Okay. So we see a lot of people talking about work, 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 but to a certain point, it's he's back. It's boring. So you want to change, and so I'm summarizing your point. So you want to shift, and that's what he did, going from 80% of sharing history and then 20% focusing on the
Content.
expertise, the content, the professional content. And so then, and you cut off.
Yes,
So
and I
that's
guarantee you that it works from a real experience. So again, you are dealing with people. Don't bore them by your sales pitching. Don't bore them by your technical background, because people, yes, you will have these values, but again, even people when they drive out, they want to feel the connection with you. They want to feel that they are dealing with human.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So the impact, if I can say a little bit more
Yeah.
about the professional impact, I know that you have had like quite a few great things that you were able to build professionally out of showing up consistently on
Mm.
LinkedIn.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So people here, you have your real life testimony. Okay. We are not gurus. We are not like mega influencers. We are not like multimillionaires yet. Not yet, but we are working towards towards the goal. uh, but this is working, and I have been working with like women leaders for the past 10 years, like teaching them and training them develop their communication skills, personal branding, online reputation, visibility, because people cannot like trust you, work with you, offer you, or create opportunities if they don't know you.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
it is that simple. So we have been talking like for 1 hour already. Time flies, but Ahmed and I, when we talk, we could talk for hours. And sometimes we do. But
Mm.
what would be the last word to wrap up this life? So from unknown to renowned, and now you have this professional reputation. You have this recognition from your peers in your industry, and not only in the country you are currently working in, but from peers in your industry from around the world, is amazing. And only LinkedIn can help you to like achieve this kind of goals, which is amazing. So what would be the one word, the one thing that you would like to share with people before we wrap up?
Sure. So I will close it by one quote from Les Brown. I love this quote because it's really changed my life drastically. He said that it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have an opportunity and not be prepared. So prepare yourself always for the opportunity. And one of the things that you can prepare yourself for success and the opportunity, your personal brand. Don't wait. Don't wait. Better to be prepared all the time. This is the
Yeah.
close
Wow, what
statement.
a beautiful closing line. Thank you so much, Ahmed. Thank you so much to everyone who joined the live today. We had a technical difficulty for the how we call it, the comments. It happens. Listen, this is not perfect, and we're here. We are practicing what we're preaching, the good and the bad. See? So thank you
Yes.
so much, everyone, for joining us. I will see you next week, Wednesday, for a new episode of the Stand Out from the Crowd with me, Doreen Benamara. And if in the meantime you have any questions related to your personal brand, please feel free to DM me and I will be happy to discuss further details. Ahmed, thank you, and I will
Thank
see
you
you
so much,
soon.
and thanks for the great audience. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.